What's up, broskies? Damocles here, and today I'm bringing you what I think is the current best build for Charizard in Pokemon Unite. It allows you to do a large amount of damage, have some great clear times, whether or not you're in lane or in the jungle, and really solo out enemy carries. So if you like that and you want to see more content for Pokemon Unite, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell if you haven't already, and follow me on TikTok for short guides or Twitter or Twitch for Pokemon Unite news. But without further ado, let's hop into the actual game itself, okay? So obviously, game starts out like most Pokemon Unite games where someone is taking your jungle for no reason, and you just gotta roll with the punches. You guys know the deal. What I usually do is I just let them use their abilities first, and then I use my abilities so that I can make sure I get the last hit and I'm able to actually get the experience I need to clear the jungle. Doesn't really work out perfectly well this game, but that's okay. As far as early clear goes for Charmander, try and use your Fire Spin on characters like Buffalo. You want to use your Fire Spin after Buffalo has already been moved. You don't want to drop your Fire Spin on top of the buff and then have it move out of your Fire Spin, because then you're going to lose damage uptime, if that makes sense. So maybe make Buffalo go into a wall or something like that. As far as early game, you're going to want to go and run Fire Punch. Fire Punch is just far and away 10 times better than Flamethrower is. The damage output, the displacement, the range on it, that you're able to actually close the gap and continue to breathe fire on people, the burn, everything about it is just fantastic, and you're able to pull off plays like what I just did, which is like eject buttoning behind someone and then fire punching them in the opposite direction or into your team. It's just all around a fantastic ability, really easy to land, and Flamethrower is just super lackluster even after all the Flamethrower buffs. Something to keep in mind, remember, is that Charizard does additional damage to burning targets, and Fire Punch is going to be how you're applying that burn in most circumstances. So you want to make sure that you use it wisely, and because it hits like a truck. Okay. As for the entire build, we're also going to be going Fire Blast, because after the round of buffs that it's got, I mean, it's gotten like multiple, I want to say 2 buffs at least at this point. Fire Blast is just a really powerful area denial tool, and the slow that it provides is just really nasty in team fights, whether or not you're trying to engage or you're trying to kite away. It's just so good. The amount that it actually slows is just absurd. Like, it's like someone's stepping into a pile of goo, except it's fire. It's insane. And so in terms of like combos, you can either go and use your Fire Blast to make it so enemies can't escape from you and then hit them with a Fire Punch, or you can Fire Punch enemies into your Fire Blast and keep them in that slow zone, because they're not going to be able to escape that easily. And then obviously you have your sustained damage from your basic attacks, which you want to be taking advantage of. I mean, look at how much this Fire Blast chunks out this Cinderace. It allows me to go and do that classic eject punch combo. I just love doing that because it's, I don't know, it's just so satisfying. It's like kind of insect-like from League of Legends, but something that you're going to want to be constantly doing. And the reason why I bring up these different combos is Charizard excels at being an anti-carry. And what I mean by that is, if someone on the enemy team is super fed and they're doing real well, take the Cinderace for example, Charizard is just the best character in the game at making it so those carries' lives are miserable. You just go, and every single time you see them, you go, you pop your Unite move on them, and you stick on them until they burn to cinders. That's what you want to be doing. Charizard's Unite move has been reworked. If you haven't played Charizard in a while, it used to be, or if you watch some of my old Charizard videos where I talk about the Zapdos steal potential and everything, it used to be that Charizard would just activate its Unite move and immediately take off into the air and be able to start burning people, burning down objectives, burning down wild Pokemon camps, but now they've reworked it so that it actually does the Seismic Slam first and then breathes fire afterwards. And I'm not too big a fan of the change, but the damage output of getting that slam first is really nice. I do make a little misplay here, which is just, I don't know, it's just bad. I thought it could get in because Charizard does, additional damage at lower HP, but I didn't account for the Blissey saving his life. That's my mistake. But anyway, what I was saying was the Unite move, you have to kind of get closer into melee range now, which is why I really enjoy the Fire Punch, Fire Blast combo. It allows you to get into that range where you can actually activate the Unite move and jump on that unsuspecting carry and just nuke them down. It also heals you and deals just a massive amount of damage over time. The change did reduce Charizard's objective like stealing capabilities. That's why I really had it high on the objective stealing tier list, because you could just pop its Unite move willy-nilly, and its Unite move charge rate was really fast, but they've reduced the charge rate and kind of like bumped the damage and of it up a tad. So that's the current situation with Charizard's Unite move. It doesn't have the same utility of stealing objectives because you can only target enemy Pokemon. You can't target wild Pokemon to start it off. But if you're in the Zapdos pit, you can go and jump onto an enemy carry, slam them on the ground, and then go and funnel all your damage into the objective if you want to, kind of like what I do here. And you just see this constant repetition of, okay, I know that the enemy jungler is probably going to be the next highest level person in the game from me. So if I'm Charizard, I want to make sure I'm ulting them at every possible opportunity, put them behind, so that I am the sole highest experience, highest level person on the map. But that's just what Charizard is really good at. The sustained damage output of Charizard cannot be overstated enough. It is so good. As far as items are concerned, I'm running just like the classic attack damage build for basically any character in the game. Scope Lens, Muscle Band, and Buddy Barrier. Those are just really, really good items overall. It used to be, you could potentially run Energy Amplifier because of the damage output, but it's just not that effective anymore. You're much better off just going the classic Muscle Band, Scope Lens, because Charizard benefits a lot from that, and the Buddy Barrier allows you to use that Unite move in an offensive manner as well as a defensive manner to save your life, and you'll see that in a few moments. But I think that combination is just the best current combination that there is in the game. Like things that are like powerful items that just don't work on Charizard but work on other people, like Razor Claw, right? Like Charizard doesn't benefit too much from that in the way that some other attack-based characters do. So that's why we're going those items. But if you like Energy Amp, go and use it. You can see I pop my Unite move, I get that nice Buddy Barrier, and then I'm also getting a little bit of heals and trying to burn through his Unite. And then we just get away scot-free. It's just fantastic. Buddy Barrier is just too good to pass up when you're playing as Charizard. So 100% be running Buddy Barrier. But where's Charizard's place in the actual meta right now? As far as jungling is concerned, it's actually like it has really, really fast clear simply because of the amount of sustained damage that it outputs and the additional burn that it applies and the additional sustained damage that it gains from hitting targets that are burned. And I think that in terms of the overall meta landscape, it's pretty solid just because you do have certain characters that are really powerful from a carry perspective, and this dude shuts them down hard. And if you're a smart player, intelligent usage of Fire Blast, look at how much that slowed them down. They were just in it for a brief moment, and I'm able to go and hop on this Cinderace yet again and basically take them out of the start of the Zapdos fight, right? And so Charizard just has this nice utility with Fire Blast and also has that engage and anti-carry potential. And so that's why I think it has a pretty solid place in the current meta landscape. And it doesn't hurt to have that level of sustained damage, but also a certain amount of tankiness that comes with being an all-rounder, right? And that zone denial. You can see here the enemy team is surrendering. That's why the Cinderace is standing still. So we've obviously won this game. But it's also, it's something just to point out that if you are playing a character like a Zard or you're playing another character that has strong area denial tools, it's not 100% necessary for you to be 100% on that Zapdos or on that Dreadnought. Your damage output and your sustained damage output is great for taking those objectives. No, do not mistake that. I'm not saying don't do objectives or anything like that, but the actual zone control that you have with Fire Blast is just insane. So this is what the damage output looked like at the end of the game. Obviously, we did a decent amount of damage for a game that was, surrendered a little bit early. But overall, Charizard's damage output still super solid. Tankiness factor super solid. And its jungle clear and just anti-carry potential, phenomenal. But I do want to just highlight yet again, do not ignore the zoning potential. The zoning potential of Fire Blast is incredibly powerful. Like, basically what I was trying to say before is if you can come up behind the enemy team like I did, or even if you're already in the Zapdos pit and you want to prevent the enemy team from coming to Zapdos, just dropping a Fire Blast at any point, like in one of those choke points, makes it so it's literally impossible to contest that zone because it's a death trap. That slow, the amount that Fire Blast slows is unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable. So if you're able to catch multiple people on that, it's a team fight winner. And I just want you to keep that in mind when you're playing, but also have that anti-carry mindset. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this build. It's a lot of fun. He does a lot of damage. You can play it in lane or you can play it in the jungle. Obviously, you guys know I just like playing jungle champs. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let me know what you want to see next. I hope you guys are having fun with the end of this ranked season. Hopefully we see some ranked changes coming up. And I need to do that Nintendo eShop gift card giveaway. I'm sorry, I've just been a little bit busy, but I do have the eShop gift card. I'm going to be giving that away to subscribers. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do it. I don't know if I should have people tweet at me or do like a Gleam.io type thing, but you guys let me know down below. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. That's it for me. Damocles out.